most of the things in the ban list that are fair aren't going to help you beat Eldrazi. Like Ancestral Visions, yeah, Sword is dead. Magic. Yep. Alright, we tried. My primary function is a stay-at-home father. I teach a college class at a local school 2 days a week, but mostly just a dad. Lark comes out. Worship is notably bad. Lone Missionary not good. Scavenging Ooze not good. Painter Servant not good. Pontiff is fine. Pia's great. Courser's not great. Hey, a donation. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Jordan, these nuts. I teach mathematics. Quasley Pride Mage is fine. I need one more cut. Voice of Resurgence is a fine cut. Yeah, that seems good. I mean, I'm sure you goldfish better than they do, but you probably goldfish less consistently than they do. Like, all the decks that have really obnoxious goldfish are probably, like, look okay against Eldrazi on paper, but I'd be surprised if those decks goldfish more consistently than Eldrazi does. Yeah, but no one wants to play a bunch of linear decks in Modern, because the linear decks aren't super consistent. I don't like Eidolon in this matchup. Fulminator is medium at best. You don't want to board out too many 2-drops. This semester I'm teaching an introductory to probability and statistics. I would like to play first. This hand's okay. Our mana's awkward as it often is, but we're going to keep. We can't Helix into Sin Collector's kind of a challenge. How much of my income is MTG? Half or more? Probably more right now. I've had a pretty good year this year. A lot of open top 8s and stuff. Sphinx's tutelage specifically says non-land to stop Painter Servant being a combo with it. It's like super basic statistics. We don't really get into those distributions like that. It's like high level overview for non-math people, essentially. I just got super punished for fetching like I did. I should have just probably not fetched. So now we'll get Sacred Foundry, I guess, and play Voice. We need to hit another land to cast Sin Collector next turn. Moto's not good testing. I wouldn't call this testing. Like, I do this just to stream, and like playing Magic's fun, so I do it to play Magic. But like, Moto is not great testing. When I want to test, like, I show up with people in my area. Mapamate, someone I travel with, he's top 8 at a couple of 5Ks. Plays a lot of open events with me. We play a lot of matches together. I mean, that's not necessarily true. You like, if you played against Infect enough, eventually you die to, you know, Noble Hierarch and Spellskite Beatdown. Like, those are things that happen. The Infect matchup's okay. If you survive to the mid-game, usually you're fine. Opponent had a lot of threats last game. Like, we killed 2 things, and he had a 3rd. I think Wizard would say something to me if I streamed X-Mage. No, I just don't think many people would watch it. Like, I've streamed X-Mage in the past, and like, you just get consistently less viewers because the application, like, Moto doesn't look great. X-Mage looks worse than Moto. It's functional, but in appearance, it's not nearly as good. Spellskite on 2, so we're gonna go. I don't have Spellskite of our own. We're gonna go Eternal Witness, rebuy my fetch land, I think. Oh, you know what? This was a mistake. I should have shipped with voice here so I could threaten to Helix the Spellskite, because he probably wouldn't have blocked. So I think I just missed 2 free points of damage here. X-Mage is different than Cockatrice. They're different tools for different things. I actually really like Cockatrice for when I'm playing with other people I know.
Can I have one?
Cockatrice is tough for playing with random people, but for playing with people that you know are functional Magic players, it's a very good tool because you can play lots of games quickly without having to proxy decks. You can copy and paste deck lists in very quickly and stuff like that. Yeah, so we just like missed 2 points of damage there essentially. So we're going to get Overgrown Tomb here, and play Sin Collector. Oh, he didn't block. Bunch of pump spells. And I guess I should have attacked first again here too. I guess we'll take his only defensive spell, so he's going to have Pierce, Mutagenic, and Breeding Pool. X-Mage does full rules automation like Magic Online does. Cockatrice is just a sandbox. They didn't attack with voice because if he ships with Glistener Elf, I want to block with voice so we can get a giant token. I mean, I think Reality Smasher is not great in Standard. I think Thought Knot Seer is probably really good in Standard, but you have to work the mana base pretty hard to be able to cast it consistently. Eldrazi and Standard, they're really not going over the top of anything because Standard's more mid-range than Modern Age. So, like, Reality Smasher and Thought Knot Seer are consistently going over the top of other decks in Modern, whereas, like, in Standard, those cards can get outclassed. Excuse me. And there's cards like Ob Nixilis and Stasis Snare that see play that just, like, kill Reality Smasher and don't trigger it. So those are, like, all things to consider when you're thinking about trying to play that type of deck in Standard. No attack, that's sweet. He's going to be sad when we play the Spellskite. I don't want to revoke her Spellskite because I have a Spellskite of my own. If he blocks here, I'm going to Helix it. If he Spell Pierces, we get a voice token. Yeah, and voice and Smasher isn't... It's a 3-drop in... He has a Spell Pierce. And I'm offering him the ability to Spell Pierce this because I'd rather have a voice token than a Lightning Helix Resolve. Yeah, that's fine. So, like, now we have a clock. No. Stasis Snare is very good versus Reality Smasher. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. I will Spellskite that. So we're going to play our creatures out pre-combat because it makes the voice token bigger. We're going to name Noble Hierarch with this. This might be worse than just having another voice in my deck. Like, it basically is there to name Noble Hierarch. Occasionally can name Spellskite, but... I mean, I wouldn't recommend going to GP Detroit anyways, because GP Detroit's going to be run by Pez, and Pez is just a miserable tournament organizer. If anyone in chat was at Pittsburgh, you can confirm that for everyone else. Like, Pittsburgh was just like a giant cluster. I'm going to be really sad if I go to Louisville in 2 weeks and Eldrazi are still legal. There's only been one, correct. Exactly one, which is why it's not very likely, but man, I hope they do it. Alright. Found Make Moth. Well, that's a really good draw. I don't think so. Someone said that the only one in the history was... Yeah, and did you hear Detroit's like $65 or something? Memory Jar was the emergency ban, correct. Pez ran Pittsburgh as well. Pittsburgh was the only GP I've been to in the last year, and it was just like everything was bad. Okay, so he's going to 3 here, and then we can... I'm just going to go ahead and resto now to like get the pumps. Every time any deck has been really, really busted, people have always been like, oh, no, man, you should adjust and just, like, work it out. You're just not thinking about it hard enough. They did let well-known players in. You're not wrong. I pre-registered, like, 2 months out, so, like, I was not scum. Smasher is not spells or ability. Someone pull up the card text. You're wrong. Revoker cannot name lands. That's why it's only medium in this matchup. Yeah, I think this Revoker's just not good enough. Like, I thought maybe naming the, what's it called could be cute. Naming the Noble Hierarch, but it's probably not true. Actually, the Fulminator Mage is probably fine. Yeah, let's do that. Jeskai Ascendancy did get banned out of Modern. They banned Treasure Cruise, which was the card that made Jeskai Ascendancy really, really busted. So, you're also wrong. Peace, McPatches. Have fun in class. This hand is on the low side of keepable in this matchup. I really like to be able to interact faster than this, but Pride Mage interacts with Ink Moth, and then we have the combo technically, so I think I'm going to keep this. We could just die to, like, turn 2 Blighted Agent, kill you on 3, but... That was a good draw. So I'm going to get Overgrown Tomb here because we could draw Pontiff or Sin Collector, and the bird could get, like, Twisted Imaged. Turn 2 Reality Smasher with Gemstone Cavern. Man, this format. Not Blighted Agent. Not Blighted Agent. Not Blighted Agent. Come on. Come on, just be a little elf. Just be a little bitty baby elf. That's a Blighted Agent. So scale of 1 to dead. How dead am I? Pretty dead. Lead on this. We could hit Path or Dismember. This matchup should actually be better than it was before because I added a Dismember to the deck. 2 Dismembers. Well, probably dead. It is 6:20.